Yeah, it's amazing. That is amazing. I'm so tethered up. This is not even, that's crazy. This is amazing. Okay, so something wild happened to even give me service. I see I got one in the room. I got like 2 tethered devices, man. I've got some stuff going on. I'm trying to get things set up, but it gave me live so quick it's not even funny. Yeah, a bridge collapsed on a car, fell over. I don't know what to say. This is advertised, video will resume and whatever. This is just my laptop. It's like time makes itself, Murphy's Law. You don't have time to do something, and I've got a super single flat, so this is how this goes. And I'm gonna smoke a cigar because I'm at the point where I quit caring. This is holding me up from what I'm trying to do. He's here, he's working on the truck, but that's how that goes. This says it'll resume in 15 seconds, but I'm surprised I've even got stream. I've got like 3 devices connected. Man, where's that guy going in a hurry? Take off, Hot Rod. So, man, working it out. This will come up in a second. It'll show the sound from it. I don't know how, if it'll be loud enough or what. I got 2 different reports. There we go. Friends of mine, where I was on the phone with Dirty White Boy and 6 other drivers today. We had a phone chat. They do that all the time. And they told me about this. And I was like, well, I'll go live if I can. And I didn't know if I was going to be able to. But as it turns out, I've got a super single on a trailer that's flat. Let's see. Oh no, no souls lost. No souls lost. Believe it or not, I don't. As far as I know, nobody was hurt. They're working on it, but I got you. Thank you for the comment there. It says Betty Boop, I am praying for the souls lost. Bless you, brother. Night night. Yeah. Nobody died as far as I know, but it crushed. I don't see how it didn't hurt them, because it crushed the mess out of this car. Let me set this. Why is that on mute? I don't know. Nah, man. Give me some sound. Let's see what's up. Yeah, that's, why would it be muted? We don't want mute. I'm surprised this thing being...
This picture gives you perspective of what we're talking about. You've probably been there if you've done any traveling north of Atlanta. It's a busy area. Just in the past hour, the state tweeted that troopers.
We're gonna rewind it to make sure it shows that picture in a minute. Let it do its stuff.
Right now, where the goal is to make sure it reopens as quickly as possible.
Maybe I can bring it up full screen without crashing everything.
Closer look at this overpass on I-75 South, just west of Chattanooga. You can see a barrier wall.
Let's see if it works. It'll probably make it buffer.
On I-24 below, injuring a driver, and at this point, no one knows why.
Nobody knows why. Just fell out.
Just before noon, a driver who couldn't stop in time crashed into the concrete. The DOT grateful that the car wasn't crushed by falling debris.
There was an injury, but it was a non-life-threatening injury.
Oh, somebody did get hurt, but it was non-life-threatening. And I appreciate the light.
One of the busiest in the southeast was constructed in the
Give
late
this a
50s.
second.
The overpass passed inspection several
It's
years
trying
ago.
to do what it does.
It's one of the worst interchanges
There we go.
in the state.
We do have a project that's been let to contract to redo this interchange. So
I don't think it would go to the exact full screen. That's okay. It's doing some weird stuff. Like I said, I'm amazed that this thing will even tether. And I've got things going on my own here. I was trying to get things worked out. I got a guy working on it. Oh, hey, they're full screen. Look at that. Man, that's big time right there. I'm telling you what. That's high tech for a trucker. So let's go with, if it, oh, it's gonna buffer. So it's full screen. It's just, I've got 2 devices tethered. So maybe if I even kill the apps on this one, it'd work better. This whole section off the side of this bridge, just fell over. It's not, it's structural. It's not just a railing, you understand? It's supposed to be part of the bridge. That, let's see. you're more tech savvy than I. No, I'm just lucky a lot when I start figuring stuff out. But let's see. It looks like it's northbound 75 that goes under that bridge and goes on to 24. We'll replay that one though, because unless it goes into something else. Okay. Oh, it went small again. I guess it's going to replay it.
Crews are working to reopen the I-75 I-24 split in Tennessee. Part of a bridge went crashing down onto I-75 this morning. No one's been seriously hurt. One car was damaged. This picture gives you perspective of what we're talking about. You've probably been there if you've done any traveling north of Atlanta. It's a busy area. Just in the past hour, the state equipment over to the scene. Channel 2's Tom Regan is along that split right now, where their goal is to... Crews are working to reopen the I-75 I-24 split in Tennessee. Part of a bridge went crashing down onto I-75 this morning.
It just does what
no one's
it do.
Seriously hurt. One car was damaged. This picture gives you perspective of what we're talking about. You've probably been
here's
there
what
if
we're
you've
gonna
done any
do.
traveling north of Atlanta.
We're going to go back
To
in
reopen the
here.
I-75 I-24 split in Tennessee, part of a bridge went crashing down onto I-75 this morning.
It's not playing the way I'd want it to.
One car was damaged.
Wait. Nope, go back.
Police are gathering evidence into
Let's
a death
see.
in South.
Which that's weird too, but here we go. This is what I wanted to play.
Channel 2 Action News this morning, 4:30 to 7. Fred, Linda,
This is
Mark,
what,
and now Brian Monahan are in the morning. Together
there was,
they'll prepare you for the day.
I'll be honest with you, I don't know, there was 6 people on the line with Dirty White Boy earlier today, so I don't know who sent me the other one. Really? I guess this is just a slideshow that I can go through till it wants to play. Let's just do that then. That's fine. I can do that. That's a section of the bridge, and that, I believe, is the car still down there. If it'll let me zoom with this tool, maybe, like it says it will. I don't know, but that used to be a car. And that whole section of bridge just fell down. As far as I know, this is northbound 75 that you take the left lane, and this is actually northbound 24 ramp, and it comes around under this bridge, and then other traffic merges in. It's always a nightmare, but anybody could have been right here. And that whole section is so wide and so thick, you can't really tell just how thick it is, but that's like, you couldn't probably legally haul even half of this on one flatbed. So that's some crazy stuff. Let's see if I can, that's another picture. To see if you can judge by the size of a car and a human how big this concrete thing is that fell in this car. They said there's an injury. I thought there were no injuries. And I'll get the comments in a second. I can't really lean back to see them, so I'll catch that in a sec if there is any. But here's what I got. There was, like I said, that video. I think this is the video one. That's a different one. Finds man shot multiple times when delivering the mail. That's crazy. But I just wanted to bring this up, and there was a couple things I was going to check out in a different place on the news, and then I was going to check out that drop for Cow Island if I could. This is not working with me so well. So let's just go back. Everything's running off of this one tether thing, so I'm working on it. Okay, so, and it's been reopened, but there's no telling what's going to happen when they try to work on it. This one, it should go there quicker. It should have it in cookies and be able to like go back a lot quicker than what it took me to load the first time. Yeah. So But that could have been anybody, and it could have killed everybody in the car. I'm amazed. I mean, if it would have been a truck, it would have killed them. Any vehicle, there's no vehicle that can withstand that kind of weight. I don't even think you can put that kind of weight on a flatbed truck and have it haul it. That's probably about 80,000 pounds in itself, just of concrete. And a truck can only haul about 47 to 49, depending on the weight of the truck. So, yeah, that just went down. What is this? Content continues below. I'll try to. This is just a little impromptu thing. If it'll work, if I can scroll down. We'll see what happens. This thing, like I said, it works a little slow just for the fact that I'm tethered and using a live at the same time, and I have another device tethered. I could just about do it quicker with this other device. Okay, so there's I-75 north and I-75 south. So it is, like I said, the north bridge. This right here is if you're going north on I-75 and you've already passed the rest area. Well, let's get back down to it. This thing's playing awesome with me a little bit. And the concrete fell on a car. And they said there was injuries. I thought there were no injuries. I guess I'm surprised, like I said, that I'm surprised. You should see that car. That car's destroyed. New, here's my amateur attempt at showing you where it is. I guess that's on Twitter. That was a tweet. And so if you're going north on 75 and you come up this bridge right here to take 24 west, that's where it's at. That's going to mess up southbound traffic. Northbound 75 traffic will be a little held up coming over this curve here just for them working on it coming up. So 24 west, they had it closed. It's open now, but it's I don't know if they'll have it open tomorrow or if they'll be working on it or what they'll be doing, but the whole side of it fell. And we'll try to get this thing to play to show the. Come on. Wait for that to do what I told it to do. So this is just on top of my radio on the dash here, working on the computer. I've got, like I said, some other things I'm going to check out on this other device. And the guy's behind me here shaking my truck a little bit. He's changing a super single tire. Oh, he decided to just leave the rim on the truck and do it right there like that. Hey, however you want to fight it, man, have at it, brother. It's cold outside. All right, so I'm taking on about $1,000 tire. All right, what we got? On browser. Yeah, let's see here. It finally went to the top here. See if it'll play this. And I may be able to do it faster even on this little device I've got. But I want to check out the local stuff. I kind of got stuck here for the tire thing. Yeah, there it is. It's going to play. I think it's an autoplay. You see that? That whole section thing fell down on a car. I mean, that's just, somebody's got to be either the unluckiest sucker in America or the luckiest sucker in America, just because, you know, and I guess it automatically defaults to being on mute. It'll start playing again in a second, but you can look this up. That's WSB-TV2, and there's also another link somebody sent me. See, that's the car. You see that car? That car was destroyed. I mean, so like I said, he's got to be either the luckiest person in America or the unluckiest person, either way you look at it. I mean, it destroyed his car, but somehow he lived, or she. I don't know how many people were in the vehicle. You could probably look further than what I can look. So that's crazy, man. Just bridges just falling. They said they don't know the reason and can't find a reason. You know, that's crazy. So I'm looking up for other news real quick, and this is just going to be a Trucker News Net. I'll do an Operation Hot Biscuit on that other stuff out of Deer Park, Texas, and all that. They did a couple of updates, but it was still kind of crazy. And they did actually say the word evacuate, and it seems like the government ordered a bunch of gas masks. Maybe they'll send it to places like that might need them. Who knows? So I'm not sure if this is a commercial going into the next one or if it's just going to go into the same one. Bridge collapse. Okay. Let's see if it'll let us unmute and give us good playback.
Crashing down onto I-75 this morning. No one's been seriously hurt. One car was damaged.
No one was seriously hurt, he says.
What we're talking about, you've probably been there if you've done any traveling north of Atlanta. It's a busy area.
Oh, okay, Betty Boop put thanks to the bankers and politicians, hand of God. Yeah, there was a hand of God on somebody.
Right now, where their goal is to make sure it reopens as quickly as possible.
Highway crews and engineers are taking a closer look at this overpass on I-75 South.
I bet they are.
West of Chattanooga. You can see a barrier wall broke free this morning and crashed up on I-24 below, injuring a driver. And at this point, no one knows
the way it
why.
looks
The
too.
multi-ton barrier wall collapsed without warning just before noon. A driver who couldn't stop in time crashed into the concrete.
Nobody could have stopped in
DOT
time.
Grateful that the car wasn't crushed by falling debris.
There was an injury, but it was a non-life-threatening injury, and we're glad about that.
This interchange, one of the busiest in the southeast, was constructed in the late 50s. The overpass passed inspection several years ago. Some say it's one of the worst interchanges in the state.
We did have a project that's been let to contract to redo this interchange, so that'll be coming in the near future.
The Tennessee Department of Transportation tells me they hope to have this interchange reopen in just a few hours, but the repair work will take weeks.
Weeks on the repair work.
Beacon, Channel 2, Action News.
Okay, so
New developments.
that means weeks on the repair means it's going to be weeks before, anything, before the traffic stops. I'm going to go back to where I searched it, and I'm going to see if I can find that other link. And like I said, I was on the horn with like 7 total of us, 6 other drivers today, and then one of them brought it up, another one found it. Another one guy I think he was in an IHOP, and he was sitting there talking about it, but he couldn't bring it up. He was trying to order his food. We were giving him a hard time because nobody was coming over there, and he wanted ranch and all this stuff. Anyways, so we were just on the hotline, and Dirty White Boy sent me the one link, another guy sent me the other link, and for some reason I can't remember his name. And then I'm gonna do a live with them at some point with all of them chatting. But and I'm taking on a super single. Like I said, this guy's still gonna be beating it to death. He's pumping it up now. Okay, cool. So I'll be signing paper in a minute. But this is Fox 2 now, WSB Atlanta, and Chicago Times free if you want to check those out for this. And I'm gonna click on this real quick, just because this was an hour ago, and it shows after they reopened it and moved the concrete, and then it shows pictures of the whole event. And so let it do what it does, and then I'm still checking this out real quick to see about this other story that I wanted to check on. And there's been some weird stuff going on that I don't even want to talk about. Man, this is craziness in the world. There's even some scary stuff. I'm gonna do a video, and I hope nobody minds. I don't really like scary stories, but I'm gonna get into a couple of them, and I'm gonna tell some things that they're actually doing, some research they're doing that's pretty scary stuff. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to actually do that. It's some pretty scary stuff. I don't know how to really say it, but demonic possession comes to mind. There's some crazy stuff that comes to mind when they start talking about messing with people who are already legally dead. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, I'm going. This is real research they're doing. I'm gonna bring it up. Someone else actually already did a video on some of it, and whenever I do that, I'll put up a link to their channel when they go into it deeper. But for right now, like I said, I'm just going to talk about actual news of the day. That's stuff that can even be comprehended by regular people who have to go about their daily business and try not to hit bridges and stuff, you know what I mean? So I mean, look at the size of that pillar compared to that wrecker, and it's a big truck wrecker. That truck is bigger than the truck I'm in right now. He has to be able to haul me if I need to be hauled. So if you think about it, I bet when he picked that thing up on this end and it moved, that whole side just come crashing down, and it probably even broke at the expansion joint. If you call that an expansion joint, I don't know what they call it. Maybe a joint that where they put it together. I'm checking on the guy behind me from time to time. So the government did order a bunch of gas masks and gave a company a contract for millions of dollars of those. So maybe they're gonna send that down to different places that need it when they have leaks and stuff. Who knows? And then let's see. I am looking for some more news, but this is crazy enough, right? Crazy enough just to do a live, because it's going to affect our traffic for the next few weeks. Anything 75 north, 75 south, or 24, all of it, it's going to be messed up. That's that plus 19 pictures. We'll click on it. That car, man, was like demolished here. Oh, it won't let me because of poor network signal. Let's try this again. I'm doing something different here with a whole nother device. Trying to bring it to you people. Listen to some music a little bit. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope your car didn't get crushed by a bridge. Look, and I hope you're not waiting on a super single to be changed out forever. But hey, for $1,000 worth of tire, I hope he does a $1,000 job of putting it on there. Let's see what we got here. Farmers. Okay. Oh yeah. I've got to find a link to that. I'm gonna look that up real quick, and we'll go through that. The cows in Nebraska have started their own island. They're now currently getting economic aid and food aid from the United States government. As far as they're concerned, they're just like, hey, the people quit feeding us, but there's angels up above dropping bales of hay. So yeah, our military is dropping bales of hay. They got video of them pushing them into the planes and stuff. I'm trying to go further to look at some stuff, some other news that I can bring you, but this is a big enough deal already. I wanted to see, that's just the line of cars, that's the workers. That was a good shot of it. That's where they dropped that one section down. I mean, you can't just have a bunch of cones and have that thing open and like that's a bridge that goes across the top. It's the southbound bridge that you go under going north. Or well, it's a northbound, I guess, off of 24. So I don't know how they're going to block that railing off. People be driving off of that. They will mess that up for sure. They had to have, oh, that's a backhoe with a special attachment for breaking up concrete. I've used one of those before. It's kind of difficult. It's got a rod that it's like a jackhammer, right? And they hook it on the end. This is a track hoe, and then they pick it up and they beat holes in the concrete to bust it up to make it small enough to move it because it's too heavy. Then let's see. That's that, the track hoe with the concrete attachment. And then JB Hunt probably getting a ticket. No, I'm just kidding. He's just, that guy's just talking to him, I'm sure. But I guess that's the end of the photos. The other photo was better with the car. So I'm gonna look something up real quick, if I can, without messing up the whole deal. Give me just a second. There was something else I wanted to bring up here, but let's see. if this will load now. Let's see. This was crazy. It's a developing story. I'll put this up here. I don't know what this is about. I'll just photobomb you with it. It says, several people found dead inside a business in Mandan, North Dakota. That's pretty odd, right? So I'm checking out some of this other stuff, and they're tweeting about it on Twitter. Like I said, there's so much news going on right now that I don't usually have time to do this, but waiting on a tire. And here's where that WSB put that picture up. Maybe I can get a photo. This guy's getting done. I'm gonna sign a paper. He's just gonna knock. I told him to chill because he knows I'm doing a live. It's all good. Yeah, buddy, I got you.
No download reading.
Oh man. 416205.
Frame size.
Okay. Make sure you put it as a trailer.
Put the tire in the trailer?
Yeah, make sure you put, no. Make sure you wrote that it was a trailer that you replaced, not mine.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's still frame size. Let me see. Hang on a second here.
And no X1s on the truck.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Here's your beer. Yep. Thank you. So, fun stuff. Here's my ticket, and I'm out. But I'm gonna still be live for a bit here because, like I said, a couple things I was gonna bring up. It's been, well, that's not what I wanted to happen, but we're gonna work with it. Low budget, low tech. Somebody said I was higher tech than them though, so I appreciate that. That's great. Let's see here. So this is on Twitter from the WSB2, and it showed it. That's what threw me off, was that car. It hit them. It knocked the mess out of them. If you can see that car to the right side, that's what threw me off. You know, is how it didn't do more to that car. But you saw the picture I put up earlier anyways. But this being on Twitter. If it will let me find what I was looking for. Yeah, they found a visit my Smokies. They found a massive network of moonshiner tunnels under the Smoky Mountains. So this is the kind of stuff I find on Twitter, right? Visit my Smokies. That's a tunnel that they found. Moonshiners tunneled under the mountains. There's a lot going on. Like I said, people get on Twitter. You can see some crazy stuff, but that's not exactly what I was looking for. Man, I don't even want to bring it up if I can't find it. But like I said, I'm gonna do a scary stories one. I'm gonna let Kid lead the way on that, because I'll be honest with you, he had a couple of them. Actually, no, I know who it was too that had. No, wait. That's right. My bad. It was Texas Rattler who had the scary stories. That's right. Texas Rattler, I got to get up with him. He's told me a couple of them. I got a couple of them on tape. There's the photo. I-75-24. Okay, this is where it actually came down. This is what I saw. And that's where I was like, whoa, no way, right? That whole thing came down and that car was destroyed. But he's got to be either, like I said, the luckiest person in America or the unluckiest person in America, because it messed his car up so bad. Let's go all the way back to where if it'll show that car. But this one didn't have the car in it really. Maybe just the one piece, so. That's the Times Free Press. Let's see what we got here. If I can find what I'm looking for. Let's see. I know what I need to do is probably open up a completely new window and get this thing going. My internet is slow because of what all I'm trying to do all at the same time. I'm trying to do too much. So I've just about got this here. Let's see, new window. Alright, now it's starting to work a little bit better. Home, Twitter. Okay. Okay. So this was on CDL Life and it was sent to me, and you can pretty well figure this one out just by the name on the truck. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to show this picture that someone put, just caught the tail end of what I thought was one of the worst pieces of commercial driving I've ever seen. And there's the quote that says that. Oh, you're not going to be able to read it. There we go. Just caught the tail end of what I thought was perhaps the worst example of commercial driving I've ever seen. Maybe that'll be clear enough for you to halfway read. And there you go. So round the corner and into the building. And like I said, I couldn't believe this. I looked at it 3 times. I said, I understand the name on the door, I understand the company, and that, you know, let's see, wait a second. Let's get the best angle. And I'll try to get so you can do a still frame if you wanted to. Okay, there we go. Look. I maybe right there. I don't know what to say about this. This is on CDL Life. That's gifted, man. These people are cutting these short curves like that Prime did in my video live. You know, you can still frame them out right there and get a good shot, or I'll show it up on this other one maybe later or something. I'll bring this back up, but they're cutting curves like a car. That's just not acceptable. You got to be able. Y'all got to do better than that. I've had a few things. You know, it was a video. I'll try to find a link to that video and see if I can put a link up to it, but you know, way past crazy. Let's see. Just stuff going on. Hanging out and finding this stuff here that I've been sent and putting it up. Let's see. Oh, Google is messing with my device a little bit. Let me go back. Let's see. Okay. And this was actually 3 days ago. Okay. But this is important to everybody. Okay, here we go. So the DOT promises truckers increased flexibility in hours of service soon. Yeah, because they know that shutdown's coming. You see what I'm saying, people? You do stuff and you stand up. Sometimes you have to stop rowing so damn hard, and you have to stick your oars in the water from below decks. You can turn a ship if you do that. DOT promises truckers increased flexibility in hours of service rules soon. Yeah, how about April 12th? Or the 11th, when they find out stuff ain't moving. How about that, right? That looks like my ride. I'm just saying, it's gonna be sitting just like that. So yeah, we're gonna click on this link and see if it'll go further. Okay, it says, today the head of U.S. Department of Transportation made a major announcement about upcoming changes to hours of service regulations. I'm gonna turn that radio down. Okay, during a keynote speech delivered at the Mid-America Trucking Show in Louisville, Kentucky on Friday, March 29th, U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao confirmed that the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, is moving forward with changes to the hours of service regulations that truck drivers must follow. According to the FMCSA, while this proposed rule is still under review, FMCSA is working to increase flexibility for drivers while maintaining the highest level of safety for commercial drivers and all American motorists. Okay, and that's a picture of the chick that's in charge of things. If you want to know who is in charge of our lives, our hours, all that stuff, there you go. So that was at the Mid-American Truck Show. We'll see what happens, but in the meantime, April 12th is the shutdown. While the exact nature of the planned changes to hours of service remain unclear, moments that Chao made during a March 27th U.S. Senate subcommittee hearing indicate that she is aware of the hardships that truckers endure as a result of strict regulation. Yeah, like not making money because you're like 20 miles away from where you're trying to go. Or this kind of mess, like a tire. You know what I'm saying? So there you go. Something to hold you up. So there's a whole lot to this. I'll put a link to this in the description. This is off CDL Life. CDL Life, you're doing good work. I see they shared some of my stuff too. And I'm gonna put this link. I'll save it as best as I can. Let's see here. Let's see. Copy all. copied. I will put that as a link. So that's off CDL Life. On the agricultural interests too, yeah, they hear me. They hear me talking. They hear Kid. They hear all of us with one voice. They hear us. Believe it. Let's see here. There was a couple other things that was sent to me, and I'm just trying to get them on this device and look them up. And the trucker's report, if I can pull it up. Now, get this. Read this with me here. A carrier says that CEO busted on drug charges was never involved in day-to-day operations. How you gonna be a CEO and not involved? Why they even need a CEO, right? Okay, so yeah, the former owner and CEO of Lipsy Logistics for Lipsy Trucking, you know, not knocking somebody or the company or what, you know, and there you go. So, hours of service reform. There's some stuff going on. Now they've already announced the 2019 roadside road check blitz. Okay, June 4th through June 6th. That's when that's going to go down. June 4th through June 6th. So, and then I wanted to go back here. There was something else I want to bring up, but mainly it was about that hours of service reform that they are listening, people. Everybody stands up with one voice. They are listening. And then there's Overdrive magazine, but I'll check that out. Let's see. News American Truckers top stories here. Let's see. We'll get back to this. Having a little bit of slow internet time, so I'm working as fast as I can to get this going for you. Let's see. And there was an update, by the way, on that missing trucker. That a female trucker was missing, and then it wasn't while, I guess, it had that. I think they said it had nothing to do with the truck. I think she was in her own vehicle, because they said that the guy who took her was in a SUV, and then he took her from somewhere else to Louisiana, I think they said, and then he was being investigated and he shot himself. That was kind of crazy, and not just to glance over like that, but other people have talked about it, and you know, that you can find it in the news. Just kind of another thing that's happening. You gotta be safe, people. You gotta be, you know, have something on you to defend yourself, and you gotta be very careful and vigilant. And that's another reason I'd say I would not want a headset on my head. That's why I was telling about the Bluetooth earlier. It's another option. Now, if you're in a truck stop, you just have to bring that conversation with you, and you know, whatever, keep the headset for that. But if you get in a habit of having something over your ears and you're outside the truck, you can't hear people coming up behind you, people, you know, walking around the trailer or whatever, you might want to think about what you're doing that might make you less aware of your surroundings. So be aware of your surroundings, people. Watch what's going on, know what's up. So like I said before, don't go kicking tires, go thumping tires, and bring your tire thumper with you, and anything else you feel like you need. So let's see. Something else I was looking up, and I wasn't able to find it to verify it. I have to find something before I'm gonna talk about it. So turn this back up for a second. but this was sent to me. This was some crazy stuff. We appreciate them wrecker drivers. Listen, I'm always saying beat the wrecker, but I hope they do have enough work to keep them busy. It's just I'm trying to keep my friends from having to pay them. I'm sure that bridge paid them quite enough. That's a big deal right there. Let's see here. And another truck, if I can find a picture of it, I saw the aftermath of it. He drove off of a loop exit ramp, and that messed up a couple of my friends that run tankers, and they were up there yelling at me at the truck stop. And you know, I hollered back on the CB, and you know, we started talking, and they're like, yeah, we're hazmat, and they said we couldn't go that way. We had to turn around and come this way because of that. I'm like, really? So it's affecting a lot of people. And you know, that was, I want to say, it was at that little awful Pilot truck stop. I had to stop there for fuel. Columbus, Ohio, bottom end of the loop on the west side. You go up to 70, I believe it is, and take 70 east, and it was right there in that intersection. And I want to try to look that up to show you that picture so you can see what I saw, if they even took a picture of it. There was a wrecker. He went way down in the hole. Truck driver wreck Columbus. That'd be the last one I want to put up here. C-O-L-U-M. Let's see what we got. That's just a lawyer saying it happens in Columbus every day. Let's see. Friday night. Let's see. Monday. Friday. Driving on eastbound when he drove off the left side of the berm. Okay, but that says a dump truck he was driving. This was a big red truck. I gotta find it here. Truck driver dies in wreck on I-71 news. 2013. This is 2018. They may not have pictured it because it's now 2019. Maybe I can change my search to truck driver runs off road. The next time I do this, I will have a whole bunch of windows on this already opened up and ready to go. This was just an impromptu thing, so I appreciate your patience and you understand what I'm trying to do. It's just spread some news, but that is going to be an issue. That one thing right there is going to be a major issue. Messing up 75 and 24 traffic and making people not want to take loads north from Georgia up into Tennessee. Not that way. Let's see. I don't know that it made the news. Maybe I should have stopped and took a video of it. But he ran right off the side there, and it over a bike path under a bridge. That was in 2018. Yeah. Let's see. Thing I'm trying to find here, and there's flooding everywhere, but like I was saying, I'll try to get a video of that other thing too, where the cows have got their own island, and this was 13 hours ago. Let's see. And they closed a bridge in New York, doing some kind of a, I don't know if you call it a terrorist kind of a like a mock problem, you know. They were trying to prepare for any kind of a problem that might happen by using, you know, smoke and all kinds of stuff, and test their first responder skills and stuff. I'm still looking here on this. Something happened. This one 13 hours ago. But they had closed that tunnel down. Yeah, this was where that guy hit like 10 other. He was a. Let's see if I can even zoom. Maybe I can't zoom like that. Okay, so on this one here, let's see. Oh, I got a comment here. Let's see. Thank you for the news regarding the female driver. That's why I got off the road. Yeah. So check this out. Yeah, there's other people who have done videos more specific on that. I don't like to even go into all that kind of stuff, man. I don't really like scary stuff, but I got a real scary thing that they're doing some research on people who have been brain dead, and I'm gonna show that. I think it opens up for some other stuff. I said I'll do a video on that. This right here is an 18-wheeler, and he hit 10 other cars, and they said something like 3 of them went to the hospital and some others refused treatment. It says in Austin, all of the southbound general purpose lanes of Mopac Expressway were closed Monday morning after an 18-wheeler rolled over just south of US Highway 183. The collision involved 10 people. So that was according to the Austin Travis County EMS. And let's see here. I'm trying to a few other things here. But let's see here. I couldn't find the one in Columbus, but one did go off the road. I saw it, and it messed some people up. And during this winter, there's a live. I'm gonna put a link up to it. There's a guy who did a video, and he was in his 18-wheeler, and he got stopped, but some other cars had hit trucks in front of him, and then the cars just kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. People, if you pay attention to your Google navigation, it'll tell you when there's wrecks ahead. It'll tell you, if you're in your car that something's gonna, slow you down. It'll also be a good idea to, cars can get CB radios too, but at the very least, pay attention to what's up ahead. And if it's snowy conditions, don't go faster than what you can see ahead of you, so you can determine your distance, so that it's not a 50 car or 100 car or 300 car pileup. There's no reason for that when there's the accident ahead of you. You should be able to see what's ahead of you, that it's stopped traffic, and these people are flying on icy roads. Y'all gotta watch your speed and slow down. Don't go more than like 30, 35 at the most on ice. And they really shouldn't be driving if you don't have to at all, but these people are, like I said, flying, and they're not treating the roads. I think they saved it for that last one big snowstorm. It was just snowing the other day, and high winds. High winds are blowing trucks over like crazy. It's the new weather pattern. It's the new weather. We got all these shockwave events. Stuff's hitting our planet and blowing up in the sky, and it's creating high wind. That's all there is to it. Whether you like it or not, that's what's happening. So, there's trucks that are falling over. One guy in 2 different sections, I asked him where it was, but 2 different sections. 2 different trucks in the same section of highway got blown over. And now they're making laws in some places that you can't drive empty during high wind, I guess, season or time or whatever, that you just can't drive through there empty. It's illegal. So in an 18-wheeler, especially super single trucks, we're a lot lighter. It's a lot easier to flip us over. So I'm going to get a list of places that you can't drive empty so that you'll know about them, because they don't teach you this stuff in trucking school. We're going to compile a list. of what they're doing and what they're trying to do. It's different cities, counties, ordinances, and some states have different places of it, just like a chain law, and you're automatically supposed to know about it. But you can't possibly know all this stuff. But you can know about this, you can know about what I'm trying to bring you. Let's see here. And let's see here. That was one other news thing, and I'm not going to even talk about it if I can't confirm it. But that's okay. I'll bring it to you tomorrow or a different day. And I'll just make this a Trucker News Net, and you need to know about that problem. And yep, I can't find it. I gotta confirm something before I find it. If anybody knows about anything that happened and you want to bring it up to me, other than the winds blowing over trucks, or if you have specific links, make it in a comment. Feel free to share anything you know about. It's just trying to get the word out about stuff like this. This is just a freak accident, and they said that I guess they don't even think anybody hit that rail. It just fell. Just old? I don't know. It's always looked like that. It's always looked like crap, I don't know what to say about that one, but they got lucky with that. Very lucky. Let's see if I can bring something else up too. We will see. You never know. Look at all them sleeping trucks, right? Let's see what we got here. I'll try to find one more thing, if I can. Okay. Make this one all about trucking too. Okay. I'm gonna bring up the one with the high wind if I can. Then I'll check out some of this other stuff that I've got to get cleaned up and approve some comments and get rolling. I'll try to get everything buttoned up on my next live, by the way. I appreciate all the people showing up in the comments and stuff. Let's see. Okay. Working on it. Okay. Okay, and by the way, there's another E. coli beef contaminated with E. coli has been recalled. I can't get you all the info on that one right there because I can't find it yet. And there was one other story I was going to bring up. Like I said, I'm a little disorganized on this one. You know, guys, I usually bring it to you a lot quicker. And there's a lot of flooded roads. I'm checking out a couple of notifications real quick and get out of this. And then I want to bring to you the cows that have started their own island. And then let's see what we got here. All right. All right. And this ought to get you going. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, there we go. They're calling this Operation Prairie Hay Drop. KRVN. I gotta see if that's a news station or what that is.
Hey Jeff, talk about your role with the airdrops and Nebraska National Guard's role in general.
First of all, we met with the Cattlemen's Association and had a meeting with them. One of the ranchers, I believe it was Drew Wolf, come out and was identified as needing some immediate help from the Agriculture Department. So the Department of Agriculture reached out to NEMA, the Nebraska Emergency Management Association. They called over to the National Guard, our side of the house, which I work from the operations center, said, would it be possible to drop some hay bales to some cattle that are stranded in the middle of the river? And I said, well, historically we have done it in the past, but it was.
I'm trying to go to their main channel here and see what they've got. Rural Radio KRVN. I've got to see what they're all about, if they're actually a channel or who's running there before I put that up.
But it was in 1949 was the last time that we did this, and it was from an airplane.
Let's see what we got here. Let me put something together. And this is from the National Guard. It's only like 24 seconds long. Yeah, so this was put up by the National Guard. This is what I was talking about earlier. In Nebraska, it's gotten so bad that the cows here, maybe that's a decent view, they needed a hay drop, and this is from the National Guard. I'm gonna turn the volume down a bit because it's just gonna be screaming turbo off the helicopter there. Let's see what we got here. Alright, so these cows are down there. They found a place that's a high spot, and they are in Nebraska, and that's them rolling off bales of hay to drop to the cows. So the cows have started their own island. They're getting economic aid from the National Guard. You know what I'm saying? And there you go. So there's a lot more of that kind of stuff on here that you could check out. That's actually from the National Guard, and I wanted to check out that news, another one here, but I may just cut this short. I mean, it's already been a good bit here, but so the flooding is so bad, and the food prices are going to go up, people. Which I was been saying that before, even when they was doing the food stamp thing, but they can't plant out there. They lost, just in Nebraska alone, 1 million calves. Other states are going to come in with their numbers, and it's going to be large. And they've got flooding in Missouri. They're still doing search and rescue stuff like everywhere, and the snow hasn't even melted yet. And so there's a lot more rain to come. There's a lot more because it's going to be raining. You know, April showers bring May flowers, right? So it's going to be raining in April, but the snow hasn't even melted yet, and it's going to add to the already overflowing. Let's see, this is the AP archive, 122. The streams and tributaries are already overflowing, way past their even normal overflow zone. So let's see what we got here. That's a Chinook dropping more hay. That's Military Times and Defense News. 1 minute and 28 seconds. So this is what I was talking about. This is from Military Times. I check out Military Times online, not their videos, but I check out Military Times, the paper. I should be subscribed to them. Seriously. So if they're putting stuff up on here, that's pretty awesome. Here's this, for whatever it's worth. If that's the same one, let's see. This may be the same one. Yep, same video. Maybe there's added to it on the end or something. This is let's see what we got. This looks like the same video, but they're showing a little more. Oh, they done showed a couple drops on here. Okay, so more than one drop. I'll put this up. You can check this out too. I'll put this up. Alright, so this is another military drop that they, same thing basically. Some of it's the same video and they've added some to it, and maybe we'll give this one sound. I'll put a link to this stuff. That's Cow Island. They're getting economic aid,
This is about the only way
food aid.
we can get, this hay product into these animals. And those animals are everything to us,
Those are heavy bales for them to be rolling up like that, no lie.
Every day.
That's place where they rolled it off. I already showed that a minute ago, but this has got more towards the end, I guess. Nebraska National Guard. They said something like, I think they said something like 70% of the counties are underwater in Nebraska. I believe it was 70, 40. I think it was a lot more than 40. I think it was 70. So, I mean, there are a lot of their counties, their farms that you can't plant. A lot of them, they said something like, they expect something like over 40% of them, that's what the number was, 40, to still be underwater and not be able to plant at all. This water's not going to recede. They're calling it Days of Noah. Everything's flooded. And so, yeah, just stuff going on. Thought I'd go live, show about the bridge, show some other stuff, and I will have stuff a little bit tighter on time next time that I do this. I just happened to have a blowout, and I was like, let's see if I can get streaming, let's see what happens, you know? So, people, y'all have a good one. I'm going to get into checking out some comments, and as far as news goes, like I said, there's a whole lot of stuff going on. There's stuff popping off all the time, but I wanted to bring to you at least about that bridge, and I'll make this Trucker News Net. I'm going to end this video. Stay safe. I'm out. Peace.